Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Okay, and like I said in my last video, now here I am to give my review on the two Elimination Chamber matches from No Way Out 2009. So, yeah, this was, of course, the second year that the WWE did the two Elimination Chamber matches in one night. And, oh man, it's hard to believe that this has already been 10 years ago. I mean, it doesn't even seem like 10 years at all. So, yeah, and yeah, then as far as how I feel about these Elimination Chamber matches, a lot of people really say that, well, yeah, a lot of people really do look at both of the Chamber matches that took place on this night to really be like two of the greatest Elimination Chamber matches of all time. But me personally, I really don't see them that way. I mean, yeah, I'm just really not seeing these as really like absolutely great chamber matches. I mean, they are like pretty good elimination chamber matches overall, but I'm really not seeing them as like the greatest ever. I mean, I don't know what it is about these chambers. I mean, because it is like solid action throughout the pretty much the these matches, but yeah, I don't know. It just felt like there was something missing. I mean, I guess like since like neither one of these chambers had any blood in them, so yeah, and so yeah, I guess it's just that could be like a factor of why I really don't see these chambers as really being as great as several others because yeah, since like there was no blood, like it just really didn't seem as brutal and violent as a lot of the chambers that had come before it. Even the chambers that really weren't very good, like the New Year's Revolution 2006 and December to December 2006. Yeah, even like chambers like that, even that they weren't very good, I mean, there were still like some violent spots in them and some brutality that did cause like blood. So yeah, but yeah, here just with these two chambers, I mean, while they are like definitely better matches overall than both the two ones from 2006, they just yeah, I'm just really they didn't really seem as brutal. Of course, like this was when the WWE started to take the turn into the TV PG period, and yeah, this was like the first two chambers like during the PG era, as people refer to it. So yeah, so I guess like they toned down the. This is when they were toning down the violence, and that's why like neither one of these chambers really had any blood. And I guess like since like these were like the first two chambers in that era, and really it's like there was no blood and just violence seemed to cut down on them. I guess that's just like coming off of like pretty much every chamber before this, like having blood and being very brutal. These just kind of seem like very toned down. So yeah, I really don't think too fond of either one of these elimination chamber matches that happened on this night. Yeah. So yeah, unlike the previous year at No Way Out 2008, where the two chamber matches were to determine the number one contenders was to face like the respective champions at WrestleMania. These two matches actually were for the championships. You had like the elimination. I mean, I can't even say it. You had the elimination chamber for the WWE Championship and the elimination chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's, so yeah, with like these matches actually being for the titles this time, I mean, as far as how I feel about that, I was okay with like both matches actually being for the championship. It probably really wasn't needed to really have the titles actually be on the line in the chamber matches. It probably did work better. Like the stipulation really did work better actually determining the number one contenders for the championships at WrestleMania. But I was still fine with like the matches being for the titles here. And yeah, of course, like over the years they have had the majority of the Elimination Chamber matches ever since, like before the championships. I mean, they have had like some to actually determine number one contenders for the championships, but yeah, it's mostly been for the championships. So yeah, and I was fine with like both matches actually being for the titles here. So while I don't really look at either one of these Elimination Chambers as being like really great or like to either one being like part of the greatest Elimination Chamber matches ever, they are still like pretty good, just like nothing too spectacular for me. So yeah, let me just talk about the two chamber matches. All right. So the first Elimination Chamber was the WWE title Elimination Chamber match. It was Edge defending against the Undertaker, Triple H, Jeff Hardy, The Big Show, and Vladimir Kozlov. And strangely enough, this match actually opened up the show that night, which I just thought was like kind of strange. I mean, mm, mm, it's an elimination chamber, let alone it's the WWE title that's on the line. So yeah, it's kind of strange that the WWE actually had the WWE title match actually go on first in the show. So yeah, I just found that always to be like kind of strange that WWE actually opened up the show with the WWE title match. So yeah, strange thing that they did there. Yeah, but anyway, there you are. Yeah, and so yeah, Edge and Jeff Hardy started out the match, and Edge and Jeff Hardy just like went like back and forth for a few minutes, but then like as Edge was trying to go for a spear on Jeff Hardy just rolled Edge up into a small package and pinned and eliminated him. So yeah, Edge, who was the WWE champion, was the first one eliminated, and just minutes in. So yeah, so after that, he was like guaranteed to have a new WWE champion that night. So yeah, and yeah, after Edge got eliminated, like Edge, of course, was just like in disbelief that he got eliminated it so quickly, and he lost his title, and you had like a Triple H and Big Show laughing at Edge inside of their pods. Yeah, yeah. And then the match then like did like kind of tone down because the next two who to enter the match were Vladimir Kozlov and Big Show, and it was just like the two of them just kind of just beating down Jeff Hardy for a while. And it really was. It really was like kind of toned down. I mean, it did kind of like drag on, and it was kind of like tedious to watch, and it really wasn't too interesting. It was just like the two of them just like kind of teaming up just to beat up Jeff Hardy for a while. But then once Triple H was the next one to come in, and then it did pick back up. Yeah, Triple H like got involved, and then after like yeah, like as a Big Show out was like uh outside of the ring on the floor of the chamber. Then the Undertaker then came in, and it then like picked back up when like Triple H and Undertaker both came in, and then Undertaker was able to eliminate Vladimir Kozlov after a last ride. So yeah, then as the Big Show and Jeff Hardy were going at it on the turnbuckle, like Jeff Hardy was like on top of one of the pods. So then Undertaker gave Big Show a superplex, and then Triple H hit a pedigree on Big Show, and then Jeff Hardy hit a swanton bomb from the top of the pod, and then Triple H then pinned Big Show to eliminate him, and and then and, and it was down to Triple H, Undertaker, and Jeff Hardy. Oh, yeah. And then like about like a minute and a half after that, then or maybe like a couple of minutes after that, Undertaker then eliminated Jeff Hardy after tombstoning him, and then it got down to Triple H and Undertaker, and this was the best part of the match when it did get down to Triple H and Undertaker. Some really good, entertaining back and forth between both Undertaker and Triple H. Yeah, there were like a lot of near falls. Like Triple H ended up surviving some of Undertaker's finishers. Triple H ended up surviving, I think, a choke slam, and Undertaker ended up surviving a pedigree. it looked like the match would have ended after Undertaker hit a tombstone on Triple H. But during the pin, Triple H got his foot on the rope, which I don't even see why that would even matter these in Elimination Chamber because aren't there no disqualifications in Elimination Chamber? So yeah, I really don't understand like what the point is of like people getting their feet on the ropes or grabbing the ropes if like it's no disqualification because I mean people don't even have to break the hold and rope break really doesn't even matter. So yeah, that's something that I really don't understand, especially including here with like Triple H getting his foot on the rope and the referee stops the count. Like it shouldn't even matter. But yeah, anyway. And then yeah, it had a pretty good ending with the Undertaker attempting a last ride on Triple H, but Triple H countered it and then hit a pedigree on Undertaker, and then Triple H was able to get the pin. So yeah, Triple H won, and Triple H became the WWE champion. So yeah, Triple H now gets his fourth victory in the Elimination Chamber, and yeah, of course, won his eighth WWE championship. So yeah, and his 13th World Championship overall. So yeah, I think I can see like there were probably some people that didn't like it with a Triple H like winning the championship again. I think there were some people that really would have liked to see somebody else win it, like Undertaker here. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's now been 10 years. What are we gonna do about it all these years later? So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, so like I said, yeah, I really don't really see this as a phenomenal chamber, but it was still a pretty good one. And yeah, the stuff at the end with Undertaker and Triple H is really what did really was the best part of the match, and I really do think that that's really what made this match really be as good as it was. So yeah, I would give this chamber like a 3.5 stars. So yeah, not a great one, but a good chamber. Yeah. No, sorry. Okay, now let me get to the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match. So this one actually did main event the show, and so yeah, this match was John Cena defending the title against Mike Knox, Kane, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, and Kofi Kingston was also supposed to be in this match, but as Kofi Kingston was making his entrance before the match, then Edge just then ran out and attacked Kofi Kingston. Like, yeah, he just like ended up like really assaulting Kofi Kingston before Kofi Kingston was even able to get inside of the chamber. Maria. And then yeah, Edge then like performed a concerto on Kofi Kingston to the steel steps. So yeah, pretty much then Kofi Kingston like couldn't take part in the match. And then yeah, Edge then just like entered himself into the match. He just like locked himself inside like the pod Kofi Kingston was supposed to be in. So yeah. So not really quite sure like how that really works. Like how can Edge really just like place himself in the match after taking out another person? So yeah, that's kind of like something that really doesn't really make sense. So yeah, that's kind of something that does kind of like affect the match in a sense. So yeah, but whatever. So yeah, Edge took Kofi Kingston's place in this match. So yeah, so Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio started this match off, and I guess this was like kind of a little bit better than the WWE title one, but yeah, so still a pretty good one, but once again, not a great one. So yeah, so well, yeah, like I said, Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio started the match off, and then yeah, Kane was the next one to come out, and then yeah, Kane, of course, was like going after Rey Mysterio because yeah, he just like come off a feud with Rey Mysterio shortly before this. So yeah, Kane was like targeting Rey Mysterio in the match, but then eventually Chris Jericho then hit a code breaker on Kane, and then Rey Mysterio, then like performed a diving senton off of a chamber pot onto Kane and eliminated him. So yeah, Kane was the first one eliminated. And then Mike Knox was the next one to come out. And why exactly was Mike Knox in this match? I mean, Mike Knox really, I mean, he was no main eventer. I mean, Mike Knox was basically just like a simple mid carder. I mean, nothing happened with him. So yeah, I'm not really sure why they actually did put Mike Knox in this match. But yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Mike Knox was basically doing the same thing as Kane, just like attacking Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho. But then eventually Mike Knox then got eliminated after Chris Jericho hit a code breaker on him. Yeah, and then Edge was then the next one to come out, and yeah, Rey Mysterio like went right after Edge when he got out. Like just trying to attack Edge because Rey Mysterio was friends with Kofi Kingston, so yeah, of course, like he wanted revenge on Edge for taking Kofi Kingston out of the match. But yeah, then Chris Jericho then attacked Rey Mysterio, so yeah, Chris Jericho and Edge were just kind of like trying to double team Rey Mysterio as much as they could. And yeah, and then John Cena was the last one to come in, and yeah, John Cena like went right after Edge too, like just trying to attack Edge, and then as John Cena then tried to go for an FU on Edge, then Chris Jericho then just hit a code breaker on John Cena, and then Rey Mysterio then hit a 619 on John Cena, and then Edge hit a spear, and then John Cena got eliminated. So yeah, John Cena was just eliminated just like 2 or 3 minutes after entering the match. So yeah, that was like even more shocking than Edge getting eliminated so quickly in the WWE title elimination chamber. And yeah, I mean, in more ways than one, because yeah, this is John Cena. So yeah, it's just like pretty shocking that WWE did that with him and got him eliminated just like that. So yeah, so yeah, we were once again like guaranteed a new champion. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that neither one of these two elimination chamber matches is like it didn't even come down to the champion and another opponent. And so yeah, I mean, yeah, the champion got eliminated like early on. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, and it was down to Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, and Edge. And yeah, Edge then was just like trying to battle both Rey Mysterio and Edge, and eventually like Rey Mysterio hit a 619 on Chris Jericho, and then after he tried to go for a West Coast pop, Chris Jericho tried to counter from the walls of Jericho, but yeah, Rey Mysterio was able to counter that into a double like cradle, and yeah, Rey Mysterio got the pin and eliminated Chris Jericho, and then it came down to Rey Mysterio and Edge, and yeah, Rey Mysterio and Edge did have a pretty finish off the match pretty good. I mean, some pretty good back and forth action between Rey Mysterio and Edge. And I mean, yeah, you did have like quite the number of near falls once again, just like when it came down to Triple H and Undertaker in the first Chamber match. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, you had like Rey Mysterio actually able to like survive the speeder and stuff, and they were like fighting on the floor of the chamber. Then at one point, like Rey Mysterio just got thrown like head first into one of the walls of the pods and went right through it. Yeah, and then that'll then allow Edge to spear Rey Mysterio and then get the pin and win the match and win the World Heavyweight title. So yeah, Edge made history in 2 different ways on this night. Like he competed in 2 Elimination Chamber matches in the same night and lost the WWE title, but won the World Heavyweight title in the same night as well. So yeah, Edge really did make like history he in more ways than one on that night. So yeah, this was quite a night for Edge. So yeah, so just like the WWE title elimination chamber, it's nothing really like that makes it great, but it was still a pretty good chamber match. I mean, just like I said, just I'm not sure why they added Mike Knox to this match, and plus Rey Mysterio just like taking Kofi Kingston's place by just taking him out really didn't make a lot of sense. But the match overall, it was still overall solid. So yeah, I would probably give this 3.5 stars also. So yeah, so yeah, both of these chamber matches are 3.5 stars pretty much. So yeah, okay, so yeah, so those are my thoughts on the two elimination chambers of No Way Out 2009. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of either one of these chamber matches. So yeah, these probably are not elimination chambers. I'm probably going to be watching very much. I really haven't even seen them very much before I even like have made this review. But yeah, even now, I probably still am not really going to go back to really watch these chambers very much. I mean, yeah, I will definitely watch like a lot more, several more chambers, a lot more than I will rewatch either of these two. So yeah, but yeah, they're still overall like solid chambers. Just like nothing I think that is really that great about them. I know like a lot of people really disagree with me because I've just seen reviews for No Way Out 2009, and a lot of people really have said that these two chamber matches are just two of the greatest chambers ever. But yeah, just I'm not seeing that. So yeah, this is just my take on it. So I'm kind of a minority on this, but yeah, it's just the way I feel about it. Like I said, just like without blood, it just really doesn't seem as brutal and stuff. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why these two chambers really don't seem as great as several other ones to me. All right, so those are my takes on these two chamber matches. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about these two chamber matches. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.